Welcome to Slow News Day with Kevin Clark. I am Kevin Clark. A lot of good jackets and Knives Out. A lot of good jackets.
What was the best one?
I haven't seen the movie. I've only seen the jackets. Above the fold, Kansas City Chiefs play the New England Patriots this weekend. Got me thinking, two of the greatest coaches in the history of our sport, Andy Reid, Bill Belichick. What do they have in common? Well, they're still here. They're still here. They keep reinventing themselves every single year. And I started thinking about someone like Sean McVay who's having trouble reinventing himself. He plays the Seahawks on Sunday night. He was first in the NFL in offense 2 years ago. Last year he was second. Now he is 12th. Jared Goff's quarterback rating, not a perfect stat, but his quarterback rating has dipped almost 20 points. Sean McVay came into the NFL with a lot of good ideas. Seemed to me a lot of teams have figured out those good ideas. Now the next step is Sean McVay needs more good ideas. And this is what Bill Belichick and Andy Reid are amazing at. This is why they've reinvented themselves with the sport many times over in the last 20 years. Andy Reid, 2013, he tells me this. We're sitting in a room. He tells me, he says, in 5 years, everything we're seeing in college is going to come to the pros. 5 years on the dot, the Eagles play the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Lincoln Riley tells me, it looks like a Big 12 game. Well, looks like old Andy Reid was right. Andy Reid can see the future. Not only that, he can implement modern schemes as well as anybody. Bill Belichick adjusts his team from year to year, from game to game, better than anybody in history. I think that in the NFL, we think too much about young coaches versus old coaches, not how they think. We got Bill Belichick wearing a cutoff hoodie, and it says, "Okay, Boomer." And he's talking to Sean McVay because Sean McVay at this point looks like a little bit remnants of Chip Kelly, who had one good idea, comes to the NFL with it, we all love it, and then what happens? Well, that one idea gets found out, he doesn't have a second good idea. I think Sean McVay is really smart. He's going to figure this out, but I'll tell you what, right now, you look like a boomer.
Remind me of Bill Engvall.
Crypto expert arrested at LAX.
Yeah, that's why I'm late. Chris Ryan. Ringer employee, host of many different things.
Yeah, thanks.
Pick one right now. What's your favorite thing?
To host?
Yeah, at the Ringer.
Slow News Day.
For sure.
You've gotten a lot of good press for your Carl Leonard's.
Oh, do you want me to? I'm not gonna dilute it by doing it on like B-tier shows though.
So let's talk about the Eagles. So I picked the Eagles to make the Super Bowl. So did my colleague Robert Mays. You are an Eagles fan. You're from Philadelphia. We're all in this together.
I think that the only person who didn't think that the Eagles were going to win the Super Bowl or go to the Super Bowl was Howie Roseman.
Howie Roseman and Doug Peterson.
I think
they were
Howie's
like, whoa, so what is this team?
I'm growing
Nobody
this mustache
wants-
out until Lane Johnson comes back.
So one of my things is that you cannot really see a player's value until they leave the field. Like, that was my thing. We didn't really get an appreciation for how good Earl Thomas was with the Seahawks until one time Earl Thomas came out of the Sunday night game and the Seahawks just forgot how to play football.
Yeah.
Lane Johnson.
Is better than Earl Thomas.
Well, the Eagles win when he's in there, and they lose
when he's not. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think Lane Johnson is just an elite left tackle, or is he just a vibes guy?
Oh, you think he's like a vibes captain?
Yeah. What if he's just vibe checking all over the place?
I think that there's possibly that he has some chemistry glue guy potential, but ultimately like he's just really good at his job. You know, I listen to your content on the pod, I read it, Mays and Kelly and Heifetz and everybody, and it's all like mesh concepts and RPOs and like highfalutin statistics, and it just turns out that you just need a tackle. It's like when Tyron Smith goes down, the Cowboys are bad. When Lane Johnson goes down, the Eagles are bad. It just turns out that it's as simple as that.
Also, you need some vibe checks, and
Sure.
I think Lane Johnson is providing that.
So wait, like they still have like this cream puff schedule down the stretch. Do you think that they can turn it around?
Well, that's the funny thing. The NFC East is an absolute disaster.
It's really setting up for nobody wants to play us in the playoffs, right? You don't want to see the Eagles in the playoffs. A team with that kind of experience, that seasoning.
What are you talking about?
If the Eagles make it to
Yeah.
the playoffs, the narrative flips to, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to see the Eagles coming into my building.
Who specifically would originate that point?
I hear many people are saying that Kyle Shanahan's already saying that.
Man,
I really
I
hope.
do not want to see Avonte Maddox.
That's right. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How important is it that the quarterback is the vibes guy? And in how many cases is that the case?
I've been thinking about that a lot because I think that there was a generation of vibeless quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I think Marcus Mariota.
Marcus
Mariota is a lead by example guy, and he's not a big rah-rah guy. He's not going around doing vibe checks.
Sure.
And I think that there is...
Is Tannehill doing vibe checks now?
I think Tannehill has pretty clearly improved in the vibe check department.
Is Driscoll vibes?
I haven't been getting a read on Driscoll. I think Matthew Stafford is a vibes guy.
Dave's got vibes though.
Dave Blow.
He's got Breeze vibes. He seems fired up. Firing from a low angle, Purdue.
Yeah.
You guys are laughing. What, man? Read football scoop, bro.
Lamar, obviously off the charts vibes.
Russ vibes.
Mahomes. Russ, Dak Prescott, Tom Brady. Did you see the vibe check he had with his receivers a couple days ago?
He vibes Hall of Fame with him and Nikhil.
Yeah.
Baker vibes?
All right. Baker
because
had it last year.
I think
Baker had it last year.
You
You
can
can
have
lose it.
vibes, and then you start to press your luck with vibes. And
Well, that's the point of a vibe check.
Yeah.
Is you have to see if you still have it.
Right.
This isn't like a Supreme Court nomination.
It's true. It's true. There are term limits on vibes.
You don't just get it and keep it.
Ruth Bader Vibesburg.
State by state.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mando!
Did you?
It's a newspaper right here. It has headlines.
I don't think that state by state is in this particular part of it. The Pennsylvania Game Commission says it is investigating a video circulated on social media showing two males apparently beating an injured deer. Chris?
I can't. My lawyer has instructed me not to incriminate myself.
Club Kevin, the WeWork guy. The wild drama behind the scenes at WeWork is coming to the big screen. You make a couple $1 billion, you've found a company that might be a scam, and you don't have to work anymore. Is the former CEO of WeWork and Club Kevin?
Yeah.
There's such a Joe Osteen, Constance Wu.
Constance Wu vibes.
Wait, so that's not?
No, I got that was such a tepid endorsement. Taylor Swift.
Well,
she was in 2 weeks ago. Mark Zuckerberg.
It's pretty strong velvet rope for Club Kev this week if we're just passing all these people over. Fizz?
Historically bad free throw shooting, costly to Knicks, but damned if he doesn't look cool doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, David Fizdale is in Club Kevin.
Yeah.
Do you think this helps with job security?
His?
You think Steve Mills is
yeah, he's like, we can't abandon Fizdale. He's been put in Club Kevin.
Yeah. The Knicks, huh?
Honestly, who gives a shit
Honestly.
about the Knicks?